My name is Bob Kelly. I was born in New York City in 1944. All the information I'm giving out. I think it all started with the day I was sitting in the chair next to Jane. I went to North Star to see my grandson and then singing the Christmas concert, and I figured that would be my first and only time at North Star. You know, the kids came out and they sang, and Keegan was waving at me, and, you know, just what a 6-year-old does, right? So afterwards, I'm sitting in my chair. This guy gets up on stage and he says, "For those who I do not know, my name is Mike." That's how Mike starts every Sunday.
For those of you I do not know, my name is Mike. It's an honor to be here at North Star with you.
Well, Mike Lynch, the pastor, was doing his sermon on David and Goliath. Well, I felt good about that because I knew about David and Goliath. But what really got me is in the next breath of fresh air, Mike went and started talking about Bobby Cox. Well, right away, I sat up in the chair and I listened. Now, I'm a huge baseball fan. I knew Bobby when I did my thing as Brother Francis with the Braves. Hearing him talk really rang a bell, and I gave my wife a little nudge and said, "I think I'm here for another reason." H.O.G started because about 14 years ago, there was an organization called HOW, and that organization was helping one woman. Well, I would see it monthly in the bulletin at North Star. Kelly Maddox was sort of the lady that was taking care of it at North Star at the time, so I had a little chat with her one day. I said, "You know, I'm really interested because I think men need the same type of thing that you do with this helping one woman." And she said, "Well, what's your idea?" I said, "Well, I'd like to do something for men because men hold things back in. Men keep a lot of things inside that more so than women." So she said, "Okay, why don't I get you set up with, we'll have a meeting with Sherry Rodriguez, who was the lady in charge of HOW." Sherry Rodriguez then said to me, "Okay, Bob, what would you call this organization?" And I took about 2.5 seconds. I said, "How about HOW?" "Excuse me, how about H.O.G?" And she said, "H.O.G?" I said, "Yeah, helping one guy." And the more she thought about it, she said, "Hey, that's not a bad name." H.O.G is a man being helped that's going through a life-changing crisis. So what do you do? What did God want me to do to make that special? Well, let's have dinner. Let's give him a little music while we're here. And we're going to have a speaker, because Bob's not the guy to get up there every time and speak. Unfortunately, like everybody, the main challenge was money. I knew the people that were coming would give, and we'd grow that way. But I decided in the beginning that 100% of what we raised was going to go back to that person, okay? So I knew then I had to go out and get some sponsors to pay for these dinners, because I let everybody know that Bob wasn't taking anything off the top. 100% went to those people. So I think, like every startup company, like you said, it's money to pay for what you're trying to do. Same thing with a ministry. And over the 13 years, I had never thought it would be where it is today. It's been a blessing, and it definitely made me a better person. But the thing that's good about it is now Shannon has a vision what she wants to do with H.O.G, where she wants to take it. And one of the things I always wanted to do but never got to the point is getting involved with another church. And we're getting ready to do a dinner with Freedom. And I'm really, really excited about it. I couldn't do that by myself, but now I've got somebody in there with the leadership ability that knows how to do it, and we're going to get it done. And I know why God had me find North Star at 64. God knew that Bob Kelly could make it. I hope when I go to heaven that when he meets me, he said, "You did it the right way, Bob. Thank you." And I'm looking forward to being involved for a couple more years.